All right, so Noe has the chicken. I actually took a picture of you though too. So this is, we think, like the lead chicken. Chickens actually have like a little...
They have a pecking order.
Yeah, they have a pecking order. So she's always at the top, and I'll show you guys a picture of what I took today, but she's always at the top of her little box. So we think that she is the leader. And so Noelle likes to have her on her hand. And of course the cat is very interested in the
Yeah, you
chicken.
can see him in the background.
Yeah, so he's very interested. You can see him back there. Very interested. So anyhow, yeah. Yeah, it's not a pet, but she thinks it is.
No, I don't. She's a working member of the family.
Right.
Or she will be.
Yeah. Okay, so now she has it on her shoulder. Yeah.
Polly want a cracker?
Wow.
Cheeky want a worm?
And Kitty's right there watching. Okay, folks, so the day is just kind of ending for me. It's President's Day, so I am working and about to finish up here actually in a few minutes. Noelle, of course, she was off today, so it's been good to have her here because obviously she's able to help out with the kids. If you don't know, I work from home, so sometimes it can be a little bit dicey at times because, you know, the kids will need something or they will be killing each other or something. Of course, Zoe's usually in school. But, yeah, so Zoe's out of school today because it's President's Day. Noe's home, and I'm still working, which is totally cool. However, one of the things that we're planning and gearing up for is my nephew's wedding. Now, my nephew is getting married in October of this year, and so it's funny because I remember him only as a kid, right? And now he's like, what, 23, I think. But I remember he wanted to do because for a time he stayed with us. He lived with my mom and my sister and I when he was really, really young. And so I remember every time I would do something, he always wanted to do it. It didn't matter what it was. Everywhere I went, he was like a shadow to me. And so I always just visualize him as a little boy. I even have video of him, which I think that his fiance would probably like to have. Once I finally get, because this is old technology, right? Once I finally convert that over and put it on something, I'm going to give it to her probably on a thumb drive of my nephew when he was, you know, younger. But it's the funniest thing. But it's crazy to see that he's actually getting married, and, you know, congratulations to him. But they live all the way in Kentucky, which is where I'm from. So all of us are going to be heading to Kentucky to visit family and also Indianapolis. We're talking 5 airline tickets because, of course, Zeta at that point will be over 2. So once you're over the age of 2, you have to buy an air ticket, even though she's going to be sitting in Noelle's lap most of the time. We still have to technically buy her a seat. I know, it's crazy. But anyway, 5 air tickets from Seattle down to Nashville, Tennessee, nonstop. So you can imagine how expensive that is. But anyhow, if we have a layover or something with the kids, especially these kids, no. So I'd rather just get there quick. You know, I'd rather pay for it financially than to pay for it mentally and all the travel that we have to do. And you know, when we had to travel with just Zoe, it was a headache. And then when we had to travel with Zara and Zoe, it was like, I mean, you see this gray. If you look back at pictures whenever Zara was first born, I had no gray. Now you start to see it. And now it's starting to, you know, get into the sides of my hair a little bit. And it's starting to, you know, just soon it will all be white from all the stress. But anyhow, I wouldn't have it any other way. So we're going to be heading to my hometown in Kentucky. So we're going to be hitting up, obviously, Nashville, Bowling Green, Kentucky, and Indianapolis, Indiana, because we have folks up there that Noelle wants to see and I want to see as well. We have our Cuban family that we that we have up there in Indianapolis. So we want to visit them as well. So it's going to be a very short time frame because Noelle has to work around her work schedule. At that point in time of the year is when it's really, really busy for her at work. And it's a lot of the students are coming in, and it's this whole transition thing. So all hands on deck type of thing. So we are not going to be able to stay as long as we would like to, but we're going to spend as much time as we possibly can. And of course, this will be Zeta's chance to be a flower girl. All three of our girls will at that point have been flower girls at one point in their life, which is pretty cool. Zoe almost became two flower girls. We ended up having to move at one point, and so she wasn't able to be a flower girl in someone's wedding back in New Mexico. But Noelle's friend, when she lived in Seattle and got married, both Zoe and Zara were flower girls, and it was pretty cool. So now it's Zeta's turn. So it's a big honor. I was actually, when I got married to Noelle, my nephew was the nephew that's getting married. He was actually in my wedding. He was one of my best men. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's crazy because he was young at the time, and now he's the one that's getting married, and my kid, who didn't even exist, none of my kids existed at the time, are now going to be a part of his wedding. So it's pretty cool. And then after that, next year, probably early next year, is the hope for me to visit back to Haiti. And if you saw some of the videos that I did back, I don't know, 2 years ago, now it's about 2 years ago, I went to Haiti and did some work there. And so now I'm wanting to go back to do some more work. This is a little bit different than before. So I want to go there, obviously, to check up on some of the things that I did prior and to see how well that process and that project is going. And then visit some people that I got to know, which have been some of the most amazing people ever. And then just kind of experience everything. The food was, I mean, bomb. I mean, the food was amazing. So I want to go back there, and obviously the food is going to be on my mind. And then, of course, visiting the people and getting back into that is going to be on my mind as well. So I'm going to have a very busy stretch. And then, of course, so that's going to be early next year. So we're talking 2019. So I'm actually having to prepare it now for something that's going to be literally a year from today, basically. So today is February the 19th. So we're talking literally probably about a year from today. And so the trip to Haiti is going to be all business, right? So a little bit of what I did before, which was more or less just volunteering and helping and trying to, get operation going there as far as farming, honey production. And then this next phase is actually going to be something completely different. And I've been working with some of the officials there in Haiti. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you, because it's a pretty big deal. So yeah. But anyhow, that's kind of the plan. This summer is going to be kind of action-packed. We're actually going to be working more on the house here. And so that involves some light remodeling work. If you've seen some of the videos on the site that I control, Sunnyside Construction, if you Google, not Google, but if you go to YouTube and you type in Sunnyside Construction WA for Washington, you'll see the videos that I've actually done. And so that company does so much great, grand, awesome work. And you know, when you look at some of the before and after and some of the things that you look at a house and it's like, wow, looks really bad. And then after we get done with it, it looks completely amazing. So the folks that actually do it, because I can't measure worth anything. Like if I had, I mean, if you look at the chicken coop, you know, I'm better at kind of guiding and kind of creating a vision. Like, you know, some of the stuff that I'll be doing in Haiti, it's kind of a vision. But as far as actually having to really get down to it, I could do it, but it's not going to be something that most people are going to be like, you know, grateful about. They're going to say this looks bad. But, you know, the folks that do this every day at Sunnyside, they do an amazing job. So anyhow, the stuff that I'm doing inside of this home is not going to be as, and I can experiment with my own home, right? It's different. So this is something I'm going to actually, Noelle and I are actually going to start, and we're going to do that little piece of it, finish painting. We haven't showed you, but we've already painted the bedrooms upstairs. We painted most of the girls' bedroom. We have 2 more rooms to do. We have the bedroom down here, and then we have another smaller bedroom upstairs that we need to paint, and then we need to finish another part of the wall painting for the girls, and then Noelle wants to paint the kitchen because we're also going to be doing some remodeling of the kitchen. So this summer is going to be very busy. I've been trying to work outside to actually get that prepared for just summer festivities and all of that. I've already finished and this was last year, at the end of last year, I finished the area where the put in pavers and everything. I did all of that for the what's it called? Grill, for the grill. Now I'm trying to fix the area for the fire pit. Everything looked great when I put in all these different decorative stones and blocks, and then there's a section that just kind of caved in the middle. Right, no matter how much I tamped it down and did everything to the soil and everything, nope, caved in. So not majorly, but I can notice it. So I got to go back in. It's been so cold that literally the ground's frozen. It snowed yesterday, so there's still a little snow on the ground. The soil is concrete right now, so I'm not going to work with it. And plus, it's too cold out there. But I will be at some point going back out there, redoing that section, finishing that up, getting the fire pit so it's ready to go this summer, and that's pretty much going to be it. So I kind of gave you an idea of what's going to happen this entire rest of the year as far as our little activities, and then what I'm focusing on the early part of next year, and then soon we'll be gearing up to do more things as far as the house is concerned. One of the big projects for next year too, and I want to be back home in time for, is the rewiring of the home. Our goal is to rewire this entire house. For one, to have it more capacity than what currently is there, to change out some of the old wires that's in the home, different things, and then just put wiring sockets in different areas that we feel, and changing the location of certain things, because I come in and I want to turn the light on here and it's not here, it's actually over here. Things like that you don't really care about. But anyhow, that's kind of what we're hoping to do overall. That's pretty much it. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call my mom and see how she's doing. Hope you guys are having a great President's Day. And until next time, I will see you. Take care.